try to garner your disappointment. It's not Sophie, obviously. So they say, yeah, could you introduce the boss's wife with the boss in the front row? No pressure, no pressure. My name's Rodger Cuzner. I'm a member of Parliament from Cape Breton-Canso. And I'm the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Employment, Workforce Development and Labour, the incredible Patty Haidu. And I'd like to thank everybody for dropping by my province. It's very kind of you. We're here in the great riding of Andy Fillmore, the incredible Andy Fillmore, in the city of our former colleague Mike Savage, Mayor Mike Savage. I was talking to Mike, and Mike is a great guy, and he was a great member of Parliament, and we were talking just after the session today on the environment. And a lot of people don't realize that Savage is a very ardent environmentalist, and with Earth Day coming up next week, last year for Earth Day, Mike Savage, when it approached 8 o'clock, Mike Savage turned his lights out. Now, you don't seem that impressed. Neither were the other motorists on the Bedford Highway, but my mother, Kay Cuzner, was she was the biggest, reddest liberal in Glace Bay. And she would love to see all you folks in her home province for this convention. So thanks for coming. Congratulations to John Gillis and the national team for just a fabulous job putting this thing together. You guys are doing a great job. We all love politics. And if you love politics, you have to love competition. And just coming off what Randy started there, my good friend Randy Boissonneau, let's have a little competition just to start it up here, okay? So by round of applause, let's see who's in the building here tonight, okay? Every time, when I shout out your region, give us a round of applause, okay? So for the territories in BC, round of applause. Nice group, way to go. That's good. We even had a little bit of rain to make the Vancouverites feel welcome. To the hardiest liberals in this country, where are the prairies? Jesus, good stuff. This is going to be a tough decision. I'm the judge here, too. Ontario. Mes amis de la belle province, Québec. Ooh. Give me 3 of the Atlantic provinces, New Brunswick, PEI, and Newfoundland. Where's your 2, boys? Last but certainly not least, any blue noses in the room? Nova Scotia wins. No votes for me in Moose Jaw, Ralph. Folks, my wife Lynn teaches at the community college, Nova Scotia Community College. We got 3 sons. And she always sort of chuckles when it comes summertime and people say, well, what are you going to do with all your free time? She said, I've got 3 kids. I have no free time. That's just one less thing to do in a day. Our next guest speaker is also a mother of 3 and has committed much of her life to building a better and more inclusive community. Over the past 15 years, she's been involved in a variety of causes as a speaker, a mentor, including teenage self-esteem, women and girls' rights, eating disorders, and mental health. She works as an official spokesman for Planned Canada's initiative, Because I'm a Girl, and the Fit Spirit Foundation. She is the recipient of the 2013 United Nations Women's National Committee Canada Recognition Award and was recently named as Influencer for the Deliver of Good campaign, an initiative sponsored by Women Deliver. I could, yeah, no, I could go on with the bio, I could. Or I could tell you about the first time I met her, the night that the Prime Minister fought Patrick Brazeau. Any of you guys hear about that? You remember that night, Justin? Oh, you like that. You like that. Anyway, so I stayed up that weekend, and Justin sat behind me in the house, and I remember leaving the house on Thursday, and I said, Justin, you all set for the weekend? He says, yeah. He said, I'm going to beat him. I thought to myself, you're getting your head knocked off. He said, I've got a plan. I'm going to follow the plan, and I'm going to win. And I said, well, okay, go ahead. So anyway, I'm down there. I stayed overnight. It was 75% of the people in that room were supporting Brazeau. It was incredible. Justin came out, and so I'm 2 tables over from the family, and his mom is there, Margaret, and Sophie's there. So throughout the fight, first round wasn't pretty, but I look over at Margaret. Margaret's like this. I look at Sophie. Sophie's like, give it to him. Give it to him. So you know she's a fighter. She's smart, she's engaged, she's compassionate, she has an enthusiasm that is absolutely infectious. Our Prime Minister would be the first guy to say how lucky he is to have her. As Liberals, as Canadians, we know that we are lucky to have her. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for Sophie Grégoire Trudeau.
Rodger, did you really have to remind me of that fight? My heart was already fluttering. Thank you very much. Ooh, what a room. What happy faces. I'm so touched to be here. Good evening, dear friends, chers amis. Yes, applaud to you. Woo! I just feel so lucky to be here. And what an honor and blessing it is for all of us to be reunited this weekend on the Mi'kmaq territory. Now, someone asked for the boss to come and say a couple of words on stage, so I'm here. No. Who am I kidding? The boss, well, my favorite one, is sitting on my husband's lap right there. Adrien, mon amour. Je t'aime, mon amour. That's the boss. So I'd like to start by deeply thanking the people who make it possible for you to be here, for me to stand on this stage. The people who are running the show, to all the staff and volunteers who made this weekend possible. Thank you. Friends, I can't tell you how much it is an honor for me to be here in Halifax this weekend to spend time with our huge Liberal team. And it's so nice to see all of you, older faces and many new faces that I've seen. Welcome. I can't wait to meet you. And what a team it is. Tonight, I'm here to talk to you about this incredible team and what unites us, what drives us, and what we mean to one another. Also about the movement we've built together, about the things we have accomplished and the hard work still to come. I want to talk about our values, who we are as Liberals, and why our team is so special. And of course, a little bit about my husband, our leader, Justin. As some of you may know or might have seen in some of my posts, I'm a very active person and I love to go in the outdoors and practice sports with my kids. And in preparation for this speech, I was thinking about this party and this incredible team, and I came to the realization that, in a way, politics is like the most interesting of all team sports. It's a field where every single person has a role to play, none too small or unimportant. We have a team captain, a leader, who unites and motivates us, makes hard decisions, and supports us through big wins and difficult losses. We have the starting lineup, who give it their all through thick and thin. The ministers, who execute our plays and put points up on the board, and the members of parliament who do such important work backing them up. And finally, we have the players and the supporters, the champions, the heartbeat of this organization, the most important part of our team, each and every single one of you. Friends, family, familiar faces, newcomers, you are the fuel that keeps the entire team going, supporting us on the ground, promoting and contributing your ideas. Your passion, your dedication is what makes weekends like these and successes like ours possible. A team is only as strong as the people showing up to door knock, to canvass, to fundraise, to make calls, to man the booths at festivals. You are truly amazing, and you are the living proof that teamwork makes the dream work. And I really want to take a second to recognize how fortunate we are. Look at each other, look at this team, look at what we've built. This doesn't happen overnight, and we can never take it for granted. Teams like this one, friendships like the ones we built on this path, families like this one, are worth so, so, so much. So let's cherish them, let's nurture them, and be thankful for how beautiful this night is, because we're all here together. Now, I don't know you and all of you in this room personally. I wish I did. But you do have a special place in my heart, every single one of you. Because on this journey, our hearts become familiar to one another. And on the path we are sharing, we are responsible for one another. We're a team. So let's vow to have each other's backs. And let's always remember to take care of one another. Now, I'm going to ask you to think about yourself for a moment. Think about your role, and more precisely, think about the first time you stepped up in politics or engaged with the Liberal Party of Canada. Some of you joined decades ago because of past Liberal leaders. Some of you joined because you were inspired by our message in the last election. Some of you are brand new and attending your very first conference here because of what we've accomplished as a government. Maybe you joined the Young Liberals when you were in school because you wanted to, debate policy, or you were one of the Young Liberals many years ago who pushed the party to legalize same-sex marriage. And believe it or not, that was a radical idea at the time. Maybe you were inspired by a by-election candidate and campaigned with Richard Hébert, Jean Yip, Terence Rodgers, or Gordie Hogue last fall, or other of our candidates. Woohoo! Yes! Maybe you were encouraged by your parents when you were younger to go to a Liberal event when, in your childhood, and decided, this is kind of cool. And when I come to think about it, maybe that's how my husband got involved. So on my part, I got a little story to tell. Pour ma part, je vais retourner pas mal loin en arrière, mais bon, ça fait pas si longtemps que ça quand même. Je vais avoir 43 ans cette semaine. So, thank you. Do I need these? I just checked. No. Thank you. So, j'étais responsable de la vie étudiante au Cégep, à Montréal. Et je me suis retrouvée à commenter les élections de 93. And when asked by a reporter to comment on the 93 election, when I was studying at college in Montreal, I said, well, Jean Chrétien treats his people as if they were a member of his family, and that's the way it should work in life and in politics. I really did say that. And you know what? I think that's true today. We are a family, united by our shared values, and a strong belief that no matter where we are, no matter how far we've come, better is always. Thank you! We stand together, and we protect one another. You know how important it is when you're working on a campaign, when you are active in your writing association, and when you come here to Halifax to see each other. You are here to debate, you're here to learn, and you're here to challenge us, yes. But at the core of it all, you're here to support your fellow teammates. Now, I know we all took a different path to get here tonight, but whether this is your first convention or your 10th, we're so happy to have you. And I joked the other day that you can always tell who the newbies are because they're the best dressed. So, but, you know, let me get back to my story about my first steps into politics. The moment in my life where I first truly engaged in this awesome process of political engagement is one I'll never forget. It was about 10 years ago. You'll remember this, right? I was pregnant with my son Xavier, and Jess and I started selling memberships for his nomination. And I vividly remember spending a lot of time in a grocery store parking lot in Papineau selling memberships. One perk, it was easy to satisfy my pregnancy cravings. And many other perks, of course. And then I started door knocking. Door knocking. Some love it, some hate it. Very few are in between. Now, when I started out, most people were welcoming. After all, we're Canadians. And I might have gotten a door slammed in my face. Don't let it get to you. You know, we've knocked on doors. And I know that it's a tough business. But despite all of that, Justin and I knew that we were in it for the long haul. Et j'avais tellement de plaisir et de fun avec les gens que je rencontrais que parfois je restais chez eux vraiment trop longtemps. And that first nomination campaign was when I really fell in love with door knocking and, frankly, above all, with politics, because connecting with people is what it's all about. And as you get better with time, one hopes, as you guys know, door knocking, really takes practice. And it takes patience to train new volunteers. Trust me, I was one of them. So I know that it's a learned art. But it is so, so worth it because the connections that we make on that doorstep and those doorsteps and the conversations that you have really, really matter. They matter because that's where it all starts. That's where the ideas come from. That's how we connect and stay connected to communities, to your communities across the country. And those millions of authentic, real, one-on-one interactions are why we are here today. So thank you for knocking doors, and thank you for putting yourselves out there. And it did make, and it will continue to make, all the difference in the world. Your hard work and perseverance is paying off, my friends. And patience. La patience. La patience est une des qualités que j'admire chez mon mari, Justin. C'est profondément ancré en lui. Il n'y a pas de patience pour les bêtises, non. Mais dans le sens du devoir. C'est l'enseignant en lui qui reste toujours patient et qui ne se décourage pas. Et ça aide quand on va à la rencontre des gens. So don't hesitate. Put your most shiny clothes on for the beginners and your most comfortable shoes. Grab your phone and open minivan and go knock doors. Wait, you don't know what minivan is? We have people to show you at the Team Trudeau Hub. Ask for their help. Minivan. Don't worry, we also offer training. Sign up for a session and then go knock doors. So next time there's a day of action, rain or shine, go knock doors. So, my friends, what exactly is it that you're going to do? Thank you. This session has paid off. Now, you'll be so energized by the conversations that you'll have with your fellow Canadians and all the people that you'll meet along this path, and you know this already. And I understand not everyone can go out, on their feet for an extended period of time. So there's still so much you can do for the team, from phone calls to donating to the Victory Fund. Every small gesture counts, and we appreciate them all. In whatever way you can give back, in whatever way you can give your time or your talents and support and build up our incredible team, let me just say that we are so happy to have you, and we're not afraid to say it. We need you. Now, I want to go back for a second. Take a minute to reflect on the moment or story that you thought of earlier, that moment when you first got involved in politics. Think about how far you've come, how far we've come as a team. It's amazing, and we did it together. Our progress is rooted in the core values that we share, mine, yours, and our Prime Minister's. Values that bind us together as a team, as a family. Values that propel Canada forward. I'm talking, of course, about acceptance, perseverance, and courage. Being part of a team, including all team members, and accepting each other's differences. It means not judging them or anyone who might flirt with the idea of joining us. One of our team members has even been known to say that we are not strong in spite of our differences, but because of them. And now, let me go on again with, yes. Let me go on a bit more about my husband. Oh, what did I just miss? Is somebody being mischievous? Montrealers? Okay, well, whatever. So many people from Canada. More about my husband. I promise not to embarrass you. Nice hair. You can take it. You've gotten some bad jokes. 15 years ago, when I did meet Justin, he was a high school teacher who had just come back from Vancouver to his home city of Montreal. And he picked me up on our first date in an old rusted truck that belonged to his beloved brother Michi. It smelled like mothballs. With his rugged, jeans and boots, playing it cool, hey, it worked. On a more serious note, things between us got personal from the get-go because I had just come out in the media talking about how I suffered from an eating disorder, and I wanted to raise awareness and help people around me because I was seeing so many people suffering. Quand j'ai rencontré Justin, je venais tout juste d'annoncer publiquement que je souffrais d'un trouble alimentaire parce que je voulais aider les autres et les encourager à partager leur histoire. Et quand je l'ai annoncé à Justin, je lui ai demandé est-ce que ça te dérange, est-ce que ça va te déranger? Is this going to bother you that I'm talking about such a personal issue publicly? And he looked at me and he said, Sophie, life is about sharing your truth. And these were just in the couple of hours that we had just gone on our first dinner together. And you should never, never be ashamed of doing the right thing. And I'll never forget that. And I've learned, as I'm sure you have as well, that doing the right thing isn't usually the easiest thing to do. But when we stop judging each other and learn from one another, there is an opportunity for immense growth. Now, that being said, it's all good having a nice team of people who don't judge each other and respect one another, but this doesn't mean we're not in for a competition. Are we in it to win? Woo! Because we're liberals, so quitting is not an option. We will persevere, and alongside our teammates, we will push through the hard days so we can celebrate together on the good ones. Yes, and in Justin's case, that perseverance, that tenacity, that desire to push the limits of what can be achieved and what we can learn is linked to his commitment to learning. Now, some of you may know this already. I married a geek. Yes. He really is the happiest when he's learning. So he's been known to buy those logic puzzles by the cases. I wish it was wine. And I think he's read every single science fiction book out there twice. He watches science shows with the kids all the time on YouTube, and I think it's more for him than for them. his inquisitiveness, and his appetite for knowledge is one of the first things that drew me to him. And any chance he gets to teach the kids about this world, he is in his element. His perseverance comes through in all aspects of his life, whether it's teaching Hadrian to dive to the bottom of the pool. Hein, Didi? Do you dive to the bottom of the pool, Didi? Who taught you? Daddy! Or when he's doing his, the kids' homework with Xavier and Ella Grace, or trying to find a solution to an issue that matters to Canadians and to Canada. He is a teacher at his very core, and he will never give up, no matter what he's doing. And he leaves no one behind, because that is the Liberal way, my friends. How many times have you wanted to give up? Whether it was on a school project, something at work, or, on a call night at the party, or a long list of doors to knock, or at the end of a day of action. We've all been there. We've all felt so tired and overwhelmed, but we continue, we persevere, because we know someone from our team is counting on us, and we refuse to let them down. Late nights at the office, and the burning the midnight oil in the empty halls of Parliament, Justin sticks with it because of all of you. You inspire him, you inspire me, you inspire us, and this team, this Liberal team, is making real progress happen. We've been doing it for years now. We're delivering what some call real change. Perseverance. Woo! Perseverance is about digging deep and fighting to the very end and core for what is better for the common good. And on that note, I was so proud to see this government redefine normal on some of the issues that I deeply care about and have been advocating for many years, like so many of you here tonight. Issues that touch the lives of countless people across this country, countless people in this very room. Things like better parental leave, fighting sexual harassment in the workplace, giving mothers and families more money to invest in their kids' education, focusing on international aid to protect women and girls, and ensuring that our beautiful country, our Canada, will still be a place to live for our kids and grandkids, with clean air to breathe and clear water to drink and enjoy. And today, with all the research, the science, and the data, we know that this is the right thing to do. But doing the right thing is not always easy. It demands courage, perseverance, fearlessness, and patience. But we've made changes. We've gotten some really big things done with teamwork, with strength of conviction, and yes, with perseverance. Ça prend du courage de se joindre à une équipe comme la nôtre ou de faire, comme on dit dans le bon français, le saut en politique, peu importe le rôle dans lequel on se retrouve. Et Justin dit toujours que le courage, c'est un peu comme de se laisser ressentir la peur, mais de savoir la surmonter. Et de son propre aveu, il nous trouve bien courageux, nous tous et nous toutes. Mais il ne peut pas dire la même chose de lui-même. Vous savez pourquoi? Parce qu'il n'a pas peur. Et cette absence de peur vient de sa foi en la vie et en la bonté de l'humanité. Maybe that's why he's our leader. His lack of fear takes root in his faith in the goodness of people. Il faut tellement de courage pour défendre nos convictions et nos valeurs par nos actions. And during the last campaign, Justin used to tell me, we're going to win this thing. And I could only think and say, if we win. Because I was going to accept that people gave us their trust only when they knew they truly decided to give us their trust. Mais les politiciens, les leaders, doivent savoir qu'ils vont gagner et il faut du courage pour se lancer. Et le soir où on a gagné, je vais m'en souvenir pour toute ma vie, on m'a demandé d'annoncer à mon mari qu'on venait de remporter une majorité. Et puis, je me souviendrai toujours, j'ai regardé tout le monde autour de moi. Évidemment, tout le monde était content, mais il y avait beaucoup de larmes et des yeux remplis d'émotions devant tout le travail qui a été accompli et tout le travail qui restait à venir. Ce travail de terrain sans relâche qui nous a permis de connecter avec des millions de gens à travers le pays. Tous les liens qu'on avait tissés, c'était pour vrai. And when we won, it meant that we were responsible for not only keeping all of that up, but we knew that strong winds were going to come our way. But we also knew that we make it through together. And guess what? We get to do it all over again. Woohoo! But this time around, friends, we know more, we can do more, we can connect with more Canadians, we can make more phone calls, we can knock more doors. This time around, with more experience, we really show them what this team is made of. And I want to tell you, from the bottom of my heart, you can count on us, Justin and I. But we're also counting on every single one of you. And Justin, my love, all the people in this room have your back. Woo! Thank you. Can we bring you all back home? This is amazing. Woo! Acceptance, 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 perseverance, courage. This is who we are. Let's choose teamwork. Let's choose hope. And let's choose love. Because we become what we bring our attention to. And when we put our beliefs into action, we create real change. And by working together, we are one. One party, one Liberal family, united on the road to 2019. We can't wait to see you guys. I love you. Merci tout le monde. On vous aime. Woo!